Welcome back, everybody. And we wanted to spend a few minutes. When I say we, I meant we, me, I guess. I was having a good conversation with Terrence Walsh about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and we talking about the atmosphere out there. And there's some realtors that are out there killing it, that are doing well, having their best years ever, who are continuing to go up. But we want to acknowledge that there's some realtors out there that aren't having their best years ever and that could be doing a little bit better. And not even that they're not having their best years ever, but just that it's frustrating out there with some clients because they're not pulling the trigger. We need to get clients off the fence. And I just want to say that as a company, we get it. We're totally aware of it. And with any type of market becomes challenges. We had 2006 and early 2007 when things were off the hook, and I had a realtor friend of mine who had a stack of offers this high with one client because there were so many competing offers they couldn't get a single one accepted. I was talking to realtors in San Francisco and the Bay Area. We were talking to realtors in Vancouver and Toronto and some of these areas, and their frustration around having to compete on every single property was frustrating. Now, we're not having that issue here, but we're having an issue where the consumers are wondering, what's going to happen out there? Is now the time to buy? Should I wait? Are prices going to go down? Are interest rates going to go up? There's some questions out there, and so we want to talk and address two different issues here. I want to talk about getting your clients educated to get them across that finish line. I also want to talk about some strategies and a mentality that you guys need to have in order to get yourselves across the finish line. And I don't mean the finish line, I just mean continuing on your journey, because even when you hit your goal, you'll just set another goal, probably higher, and that's the life journey that we walk. So let's talk a little bit about getting your clients across the finish line. How do you get a client off the fence to make a decision? Well, the first thing here is you need to understand what the market is doing. And I'm not saying that you need to be an expert, but we have some incredible experts at CREB. Anne-Marie Lurie, who's an economist, in Alberta here. We have the Alberta Treasury Branch's economist, Todd Hirsch, who's always giving out information. So subscribe to The Owl, which is Todd Hirsch's weekly report that he puts out. He might even do it more often than weekly, but also read the CREB report because it's going to give you some talking points, which again is going to come out on Wednesday for the stats, and understand what's happening out there. What's migration doing? What is, what's the job market doing? What are things, what's happening either way? And if you know the market, you're going to seem a lot more educated to instill confidence in your clients. Now, I also want you to know that let's say that these mortgage rules, a couple things might happen. They might do nothing, in which case, the market continues to truck along. Maybe it's an increase. Maybe they are devastating. Maybe they absolutely hit us hard and we start seeing prices decline. You need to have action strategies either way. Now, here's the reality, is that we've had so many changes, like Kirsten said, and real estate deals still happen. That's just the way it is, but you need to be aware of it for your business. Now, some of your clients might not have any motivation whatsoever. They're kind of like, if I get the right price for my home, and therefore, or if I can buy at the right price, then I'll get in the marketplace. Those people have very, very low motivation. So you can't just sit there and focus on them and beat your head against the wall because they're not motivated. You need to get out there, hit the street, and we're going to talk about some action items on that, to find the people who have a legitimate reason to move. Their commute is too long. They're looking to get into a new school district. Maybe they need to downsize for some reason, or they, whatever reason and motivation they have. Ian Wisdom, got to send a big shout out to him, who posted up on the Facebook page why people, on our CR Agents page, why people actually move. And he brainstormed a list. If you guys are Ninja grads, they have the 16 reasons why people move in the Ninja package as well. And talking to more people, getting introduced to more people, you can start to filter out those people that actually have a reason to move. Because there's a lot of people out there that are just like, if I got the right price for my home, I'll move. Or if I buy into the market for the right price, I'll move. There's no motivation there. So if that's your entire client list right now, you're going to have a hard time bringing through to the finish line. In terms of educating clients, though, and getting those people off the fence, I have some questions for you. Well, let's say that prices are going to move down a little bit. Well, you have a series of people who will probably want to get sold by the end of the year, And if prices are moving down, that means that people with houses to sell are going to be extremely motivated to get it sold before the prices decrease. So now you're in a market where you should probably be prospecting listings to get people to solidify their value today. But let's say that the buyers think the prices are going to go down and the economy, keeps on trucking, and then on January 1 or later in January or the first quarter of next year, interest rates go up. Well, now your clients need to offset the standpoint of prices go up by or go down by 1%. Is the interest rate over 5 years going to offset any type of value gain I might have had? Is the in-migration that's expected to come in Calgary in 2018 going to offset any kind of price gains as well? See, what happens is a lot of people sit on the fence and nothing ends up happening, or there's a slight price difference. And let's say things do drop by 1% and the benchmark price being $440, so by $4,000, and that's all that happened in a 12-month period. Well, now your clients who've been putting off their goals, waiting for their kids to get in the right school district, are no longer as close to work as they wanted to be because they held off on that move. You have to ask yourself, what is the price of your goals? How much do you think prices are going to go down? How sure about that are you? And if you're not that sure, then I suggest you get on with your goals, get on with your life, and real estate has historically and will always be a long-term investment. I don't know what's going to happen one day to the next, but confidently talking to your clients about the possibilities, and then you basically roll the dice because no one knows for sure. And they might be, hypothesizing about what's happening, but painting a couple pictures for people can help them make a decision about what they want to do. And let's say they do decide to wait. Well, that's okay too, because you're not going to convince people to get off the fence. But you're not going to convince people to spend $500,000. But I'm telling you now you need to take action strategies to manage yourself and your own business. You can't manage other people all the time. You can't change people, but you can always manage yourself. So here is my suggestions on how to adapt your business. If you have these people who have no motivation, you need to take time to meet more people who may be in the need of a lifestyle change in the next 6 to 12 months. So how do you do that? We were talking to Steve last week, key to real estate. Make a list of people, follow up with something of value. How do you get people on that list? It's so simple. It's consistent, repeatable activities. Consistent, repeatable activities. And I want to show you guys a sample calendar that I have, that we've put up. We use this in our bachelor program, and we're going to throw it on the screen here for you guys. And this is what I'm talking about when we talk about time blocking and consistent activities. This is a sample week that you can have laid out here, and you can adjust a few things to fit into your lifestyle with your kids, with your family. And here's what it looks like. So on Monday, we'll start off on Monday. Obviously, you want to get at least a half hour of exercise in the morning sometimes. Do it in the morning. It's a lot easier. Even if you have to wake up before your kids. I know, that sounds tough. But get up, do a half hour of exercise, go for a brisk walk, whatever you do. But by 9 o'clock, the kids are at school. Maybe it's 9:30 for you. You are spending time, 2 to 4 hours, 5 days a week, generating new business. So this is making your forward phone calls, touching base with your database, booking real estate reviews, open house invites, implementing your marketing pillars, getting out there in the community, meeting some builders, doing these types of things. And every single day, you are doing these activities. So that is, on Monday, on Tuesday, very similar. You can see family time in the evenings. If you end up having some clients that you can work with, try to move them during the day there. If you actually have like real clients, then perfect. That you have to work in the evenings, that's fine. You can adjust your family time and make sure that you do make time for your family. So adjust it wherever you want. Maybe in the afternoon, you're volunteering with your kids. You're seeing your wife in the evenings or your spouse. Wednesday, I like the fact of taking one full day off. If you're trying to get stuff drummed up, I recommend taking a day like a Wednesday off, not a Monday where you're trying to get stuff caught up, not a Saturday or a Sunday where real estate business is happening. On Thursday, maybe you're taking a training class. Again, you still get in your business operations. On Friday, you're doing your business tracking and review. And then you're doing some business generation. And then you got 2 open houses, one on Saturday, one on Sunday. If you've already done 5 days of business generation, skip your open house on Sunday and go ahead and just spend more time with the family. Thank you so much for that, Jordan. There's so many different things to do here, and you're going to be working away. And what's going to happen is you're going to feel like you're not getting the results. And I'm telling you, You have to trust the process. The process works. Getting out there, meeting people, conversations occur naturally, the process works. If you feel like you're doing these activities and you're not getting results, then use that Thursday training class to talk to somebody or watch some videos on those items. You're not getting results at open houses, watch a video on doing open houses. And maybe someone's not coming to your open house. People aren't coming. Watch the video on marketing open houses. You're finding that you're on forward phone calls or you're meeting with people and you're not getting the results you need. Watch the videos on that. Revisit your Ninja CDs. Pick up the Ninja book. There's all these different things that you can do. So you have to trust the process. We have our 3 key real estate habits. I want to really quickly rifle those off to you guys. If you guys have a pen and paper at home, please, please, please write this down. We go through this in our bachelor program every single week. The 3 key real estate habits, you do these, you are guaranteed success in this business. I promise you, and you'll understand why when I say them. Number 1, you need to generate business daily, 5 days a week, 2 to 4 hours. Generate business daily, 5 days a week, 2 to 4 hours. 2 hours if you're a busy realtor, 4 hours if you're brand new and you're still trying to drum up business, or if you don't have the business going. You have to spend 2 to 4 hours. And what activities do you do? Well, we labeled them off, and we'll talk a little bit more about those in a second here. So 2 to 4 hours. You have to commit to this. I get it, that when you guys feel like stuff isn't happening, you feel like you're spinning your tires, it's hard to get out of bed in the morning sometimes, you have to force yourself to do these activities because you have to find those people that are in a position to make a move. And some people aren't. You got to move on. You got to keep adding to that warm list and that hot list of people who might be in a position to make a move, because many people are on the fence. And you got to try to work with those people to get them off the fence a little bit, but you got to be adding to your database and adding to that funnel of leads. So number 1, generate new business daily. The second real estate habit is you have to track your business 1 to 2 hours each and every week. So what this means is that what activities did they do throughout the week and how did they work? And either you tweak it or you learn about it. And if you keep doing that process, implement, get feedback and adjust, implement, get feedback and adjust, you will never have a problem because you'll always be adapting. Some people turn around after 3 months, 6 months in their business and say, gosh, I didn't get any results from what I was doing. Well, if you've never actually got feedback on that, or you're just realizing that 6 months later, you've wasted so much time over the last 6 months. You need to make those decisions and get feedback every single week on those. So 1.5 to 2 hours of tracking your business every sining week. And then number 3, let's say, Lindsey, I track this, I'm not getting results, I don't know what to do. Well, our third habit is you need skill development and role playing every single week. So you need to do something that's reading a book, attending a class, listen to the NAR audios that we have posted up, National Association of Realtors Convention, listen to those, figure out what's happening, and that's going to tweak you. Maybe you have a mentorship group or something. It's going to give you some ideas on how you can adjust what you're doing, and then you can get back in the game. So here's some action strategies during your 2 to 4 hours of generating business each week. Here's some things that you can do to get out there. Now again, you got these clients, some of them are sitting on the fence, that's fine. Go out, meet new people, find out who's motivated. Reconnect with your clients, all of them. We got the kids' Christmas party coming up. You want to make sure you got some invites and some addresses to send out invite for the Stampede party next year, the family picnic. Maybe you have some other events. Maybe you're just dropping off Christmas cards. Hey, we want to honor all of our past clients. I just want to make sure I got your address updated. So you're going to reconnect with your clients, and you're going to go through your list again. You're just going to give people a call. You're also going to sit and advertise open houses. So it's one thing to sit an open house, but choose your open houses on Monday so you can advertise them. Get sign toppers on them, get them put in the listing. You can also get custom stickers for your open house signs from Studio 4 Signs. Go into the house, drop off an A-frame sign, door knock that community, inviting people to the open house, and just say, you know what, I know you guys aren't maybe looking to sell. I don't see a sign in your front lawn, but I wanted to just chat with some people because we have an open house. We're going to have everything that's sold in the last 6 months there. So come and find out where your house is sitting. There's a lot of questions about what the market's doing. And if you can't make it, I'd be happy to send you the list and a link to the last 6 months of everything that's sold in your community so you get an idea of where your home is positioned. And it's a non-threatening invite that adds value to the person, and you can just door knock your community. You're doing that during the week, getting promotion for your open house. That's how you get people through the door. Also, maybe you test out a landing page. If you're on Conversion or you have another website, test up a landing page. Put price reduced homes in Tuscany or Mackenzie Town and post it up online and just see what happens. Get into that game of testing different things and seeing results. Maybe you boost up the post. Maybe you take and spend 20 bucks a week on an ad or something. Get some click-throughs to your website. Try doing one landing page. If you get a little bit of results, try doing another one. Change the message. One landing page. That's it. That's your goal this week, is just get a little bit of activity. Take that first step into online marketing. Also, get out there and meet people. Attend an event you may not have normally attended. Maybe you got invited to go and watch the Flames game or something of the World Series. Go over to someone's house. Meet some new people. You don't have to come and bring business cards and huck them all out. You just got to meet people. They'll ask you how the market is, find out you're in real estate. Have real conversations. Connect with people. But make sure you know the market, because when people ask, you better have an intelligent answer for it. Short and sweet, and then learn about them. Ask what community they live in, if they've been tracking the market in their community. And then just be human. Have fun. Get out there, interact with people. It's people that buy houses. You can't buy them online right now. You got to meet a real human being. And people need to know, like, and trust you. So just attend a few more events. And the last one here, book some real estate reviews, back to your client list again. It's okay if you call a client and you ask them to update their address, and then you call again a few days later and you say, hey, Ian, I was just thinking about you, and we just, as a result of that, I knew I had your address, the same address we had before. We just finished a real estate review for your property. There's been lots of questions about the market is doing. I'd love to connect with yourself the next couple weeks. Do you maybe have 15 minutes to grab a coffee or a beer, and we can just chat about what's happening, and I'd like to catch up with you overall. And that's it. And you do a real estate review. We got a great link on the virtual office that has a pre-made real estate review. It takes 5 minutes to pull that report, and you get in front of people. Ninja selling again with the real estate reviews. This is from the group incorporator. Rather than doing an annual CMA, book 2 real estate reviews per week. 40% of the appointments turned into a transaction. Not because that person is going to buy or sell. It's because that person you became top of mind with, and over the next couple weeks, they end up giving you a referral, or they did want to make a transaction themselves. So it's amazing what you can do. Reconnect with your clients, sit and advertise an open house, door knock as part of that advertising for the open house, test out a landing page, take a step into online marketing, get out there and meet more people with different events, and book real estate reviews. Instead of doing 2 a week right now, do 4 a week. Get face-to-face with the people. We've got some great videos up on the virtual office about how to do real estate reviews, and it's a great way to get out there and meet clients and position yourself as the expert. We get it. We understand that there are some tough times getting some clients to make a move. There's some question about what's happening. Maybe there will be a flood of people who want to buy, before the end of the year, and there's also going to be a flood of people that think prices will go down, and that's okay too. So you need to find the people that are in a certain camp, and whatever the economy does, you need to adjust. You need to adjust your strategy, your methods, but those 3 real estate habits, generating business 5 days a week, tracking your business weekly, and then having weekly skill development are a recipe for almost guaranteed success. I hope you guys have an awesome week. We're going to be back next week. We're going to have Margaret Neff on. A big shout out to Ian Jones for coming on and giving us a bunch of information about CREB and the market, and exercise your right to vote. Let's push CIR. Let's get them out there. Get your clients voting for the Calgary Herald, and I hope you guys have an awesome week. We're going to leave you with a very fun video.